going to continue to talk about that inverse relationship between multiplication and division. That's why it's so important that you know your multiplication facts, because knowing your multiplication facts is the best strategy to helping you solve division problems. So let's take a look at the array up on the board. We have 1, 2, 3 rows of tacos. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 tacos in each row. If we count them all up, we have 4, 8, 12 tacos all together. We could write this as a multiplication problem, right? We have 3 rows of 4 tacos. So that is 3 times 4 equals 12 tacos all together. So how could we use what we know about 3 times 4 to help us solve this division problem? 12 divided by 4. So let's get rid of these. So now we're trying to solve 12 divided by 4. And here are 12 tacos. So let's divide those 12 tacos into groups of 4. Here's one group of 4. Two groups of 4. All right, so we were able to make 1, 2, 3 equal groups. 12 divided by 4 is 3. If we wanted to solve 12 divided by 3, we could use our same array. This time we could put our tacos into groups of 3. So here's one group of 3, 2 groups of 3, 3 groups of 3, 4 groups of 3. So 12 divided by 3 equals 4. Let's take a look at a fact family. So remember, multiplication and division facts, they come together to make a multiplication and division fact family. So we're going to see how a multiplication fact is has another related multiplication fact, and how we can write 2 related division facts. You're going to do the exact same thing that you did when we were talking about addition and subtraction fact families. We're just using multiplication and division now. Addition and subtraction, they have the same relationship that multiplication and division have. So let's take a look at the multiplication problems. We have 5 times 8 equals 40. Well, we know that with multiplication, we can apply the commutative property, which means the order doesn't matter. So if 5 times 8 equals 40, we also know that 8 times 5 equals 40. Now let's take a look at our division side. We have 40 divided by 8 equals 5. So if we have 40 objects, we divide them into groups of 8, we have 5 equal groups. So we can use this division fact to help us solve this division fact. So we want to know 40 divided by what equals 8. Well, if 40 divided by 8 equals 5, then that means 40 divided by 5 equals 8. So let's take a look at a worked example. So this is actually your assignment for today. I'm on page 67 in your math activity book. So we're going to take a look at the worked examples together, and then we're going to solve the first problem together. So if you want to pause the video, go grab your book. You can follow along. All right, so you can use what you know about the inverse relationships between multiplication and division to find the missing facts in a multiplication fact family. So here is problem 1. It says complete the fact family. 7 times 9 is equal to 63. So when we're solving this, you want to first look at the multiplication fact that's given. The one that was given to us was 7 times 9 equals 63. And then write the related fact. This is simple, right? Because of the commutative property. If 7 times 9 equals 63, then we also know 9 times 7 equals 63. So after we have both of our multiplication facts, we need to figure out the related division fact. So we had 7 times 9 equals 63. So to write a related division problem, we always start with the bigger number, with the total, right? So we have 63. In this problem, we multiplied by 9. The inverse of multiplication is division. So we do 63 divided by 9 equals 7. We have to make one more, so we start with 63 again. And remember, in our second problem, we multiplied by 7. So we are going to divide by 7. And we get 9. This is how we would write a multiplication and division fact family. We have 2 multiplication facts, and we have the inverse division fact for each of our multiplication facts. So let's take a look at number 1. This is again on your assignment, page 67. So the multiplication fact that was given to us was 8 times 7 equals 56. Right away, we can write a related multiplication fact. If 8 times 7 equals 56, then we know 7 times 8 equals 56 because of the commutative property. Okay, now we need to write related division facts for both of these multiplication facts. Our first one is 8 times 7 equals 56. If we wanted to write a related division problem, we would start with our total, 56. Notice in this problem, we multiplied by 7. The inverse of multiplication is division. So we would divide by 7. 56 divided by 7 is 8. So again, we would start with our total, 56. In this problem, we multiplied by 8. So we would divide by 8, and we get 7. So we can see how all of these facts are related. So let's take a look at another problem. So if we wanted to do 12 divided by 4. If you were solving 12 divided by 4, you could think in your head, think to yourself, well, 4 times what equals 12? 4 times what equals 12? And we know that 4 times 3 equals 12. So if we know 4 times 3 equals 12, then we also know 12 divided by 4 equals 3. So knowing your multiplication facts is super important. When you see a division problem, you can look at your divisor and think, okay, well, what do I have to multiply that by to get to my dividend? Let's try one more. Let's do 20 divided by 5. So in your head, you want to be thinking, okay, 5 times what number equals 20? Go ahead, think to yourself, 5 times what number equals 20? Well, I know that 5 times 4 equals 20. So 20 divided by 5 is 4. So friends, we are going to be talking about this a little more in chat. Thank you for watching this video. You're going to be practicing this by completing pages 67 and 68 in your math activity books. You are going to be completing 3 fact families, which we already did 1. And then you're going to be writing number sentences that could be used to solve a problem, and then a number sentence that could be used to check your work. So you're going to be writing a division problem and a multiplication problem that you could use to check that division problem. So an inverse multiplication fact. Alrighty, let me know if you have any questions, and don't forget to submit your page to Schoology when you are done.